We worked out like Zac Efron for a week. I ate like Michael B. Jordan for a day. I trained like Michael B. Jordan. And this happened.
Nothing happened, you crumpets. Physiology is not that sensitive. This episode of Shredded Sports Science is brought to you by Devon Physique's BoJack Horseman spin-off, BoJack Unicorn. And so this may be hard to believe by looking at me, but I am a fan of superhero movies. Great visual masterpieces such as The Avengers and Catwoman. And so this little nugget of reality into a sick fitness industry is not about the actors or films per se. STFU, you spud. Settle down, small fry. This is about these brilliant content creators taking said celebrity and training like them for a day or a week with shocking results. This is so painful you might need to bite down on something. And so here's the serious part. Training is about consistency, and training in itself over your active lifetime is not so glamorous in essence. It's a repeated hammering on the craft of training, whatever that training form may be to you. In many cases, it's a very lonely and individual process. It's a very highly frustrating process with, yes, its ups, but also extreme downs. The reps after reps come from training discipline. And whilst a certain celebrity may motivate you to perhaps get started long term, that is not enough. That discipline has to come from you. And this false glamour that's attached to much fitness in several ways from a sick industry is not going to sustain you over time. And so a much better projection in social media would be videos such as, I trained like this for 5 years and this is why it matters, rather than, I train like Conor McGregor for a day. And in the words of Conor, who the is that guy? Oh, he's the guy that makes the burn belly fat overnight, burn belly fat and burn belly fat drink videos. As your parents always taught you, don't snatch, share with your friends. I trained with KSI for a day.
And this happened.
Random guess, did it involve something like this leading to a place like this? And at this point, of course, I have to reference Halloween that just passed. Halloween is a great time of people dressing up and having fun. And the Gymshark Halloween Pumpkin Smash Challenge. But it's not just the start of the silver screen that this rubbish content is created around. We also have real life superheroes such as Mike O'Hearn Superman. Mike is a real life superhero and a renaissance man in the flesh. Who the writes this shit? And so in a nutshell, if you want me to condense that for you and you are confused, Mike is not just a superhero, but also a renaissance man. Trick or trend? Oh, the arrogance. Ladies and gentlemen, that is what we call a booby trap. Not today, Michael. Not today. What superhero would you be? Unapologetically, Shaquille O'Neal as Steel. Greatest of all time. From a self-declared superhero to just a superhuman you who can melt 3 pounds of belly fat in 18 hours. Okay, you have my attention, boy genius. Marketing 101 from the sick fitness industry, which goes something like this. Let's overcomplicate things for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Let's translate the sick fitness industry. Compound the drop. A drop set, opposing muscle group supersets, anabolic rest periods, doing wall sits during your rest periods. And so I got one of my own. Next time you are in the gym and you want to develop your physicality, you need to perform the incremental developmental muscle fiber stress inducing force producing method. Increase the weight. And then his balloon method. And if you want to learn more about the balloon method, do not fear. Please continue to watch this channel, as I promise you, I will never talk about the balloon method again. Your fitness journey at its core and its culture is you repeating the grind, repeating the work consistently over time. This stuff is just codswallop. And so how would I summarize some of these sick offerings from the illusion industry to people who may be new to exercise science principles? Texas Chainsaw Massacre. How to build a superhero physique. Another booby trap. Kino Body superhero supplement stack is intriguing. That pales in significance compared to what Mike O'Hearn is about to offer. I literally cannot wait for superhero Superman Mike O'Hearn to release his Tighten Up supplement. I'm pretty confident there will be jokes for days with that. And so there is a joke about step-ups here, but to be honest, my attention is now going to, what is this fan going to look like in about 3 seconds? Walk the plank. How Jason Momoa got jacked to play Aquaman by Brett Maverick. In all honesty, I think Jason Momoa and myself have very similar physiques. Ooh, Try humor, here comes the joke. I don't say that to be cocky or anything, but just looking at the insertions and proportions. Oh no, you're actually serious. I reckon that Brett Maverick and myself have similar eyesight. Don't worry, Brett, it's not cocky, it's slightly delusional. However, in England, what people would do would be to rearrange that word cocky to best describe your demeanor in your so-called fitness videos. I ate and trained like Margot Robbie for a week. 100 sit-ups every day and only carrots. Sounds like a good idea. I trained to raid Area 51 and burned 1,000 calories a day for it. And these were the results. I trained like Goku for 30 days. I can't believe it worked. Me neither. Me neither. My results were insane in the membrane, because for sure they weren't based on the chronic principles of exercise science. Are we talking Romeo and Juliet Jason Statham or Lockstock Jason Statham? It matters. Oh, by the way, I've recently become a historian into how exercises were originally named, partly because the ladies dig it, but it's actually fascinating to learn where the names of exercises did come from. Classic exercises such as the behind the neck press and the barbell back row. Don't worry, it was just a prank, bro. Vitaly told me so. Vitaly was a famous person who developed a passion for fitness and then took that to try and sell you nonsensical supplements. Where's the Planet Fitness lunk alarm when you need it? At this point, I don't know which one's more ridiculous, the lunk alarm or this stuff. Honestly, the symptoms of the sick fitness industry can bring a man to drink. Let's head to the bar. Someone call a doctor. No, not him. Or him. All right, I guess that's the best we got. What could go wrong with this? Well, in this case, it isn't actually the barbell balancing on your neck. It's actually the fact that you did not put any clips on the barbells, and so the weight plates just fell straight off before the weight on your neck came crashing down on you. And so I get some fantastic support on this channel, but I also get a fair amount of pushback. And this comment was one of the more creative emotional responses that I received under a video about Naudi Aguilar. Just like a beetle can't understand vector calculus, stick to crawling around in the mud. You'll need a few lifetimes to appreciate how you lack in understanding and intellect. Joke's on you, mate. I already crawl around in the mud. I paid Naudi $5,000 for the privilege. Winner. These people who train or eat like a celebrity for a day, which in itself is a complete nonsensical time frame and has absolutely no physiological, long-lasting chronic benefit to them. Putting that aside, even just training like someone is not going to give you that discipline over time. It's about this physical and mental struggle that we all go through when we're trying to attain and develop our physical health and fitness. Those days when you have to find that internal discipline to keep going, keep hammering, when there is no selfie to be had to get the likes on social media. That's what really counts. That dedication and discipline. The premise of these videos doesn't really apply to you in essence anyway, because these people do not have the lifestyle restrictions that you may have. They can essentially train in their own time. They can hire professionals to work with them daily. You have to, for example, fit in your training sessions early in the morning before you get to work or after work, following your commute in and around your duties and your chores. And this is why fitness is highly personal to you, and it's not glamorous at its core, despite what the sick fitness industry projects to you.
Story time.
So the other day, a guy comes up to me in the gym and I see him walking towards me, ridiculous amount of armpit hair on show, pair of gym gloves, and just straight mean mugging me. You know, the kind of classic gym posture. And so he starts to approach me and he puts out his hand to point at me. That kind of I know you type unnerving hand action. I'm thinking, real life YouTube moment. Either I'm going to love heart him in person, which to be fair would be awkward, or I'm going to have to give him a witty reply to his dig at me. He said, and to be fair, his breath hit me before his words did, "You are that annoying, arrogant, bold on YouTube, aren't you? You are full of shit." And I was just about to give him some verbal linguistics in return when he then said, "Naudi, you're a joke." And so at that point, I did what every decent person would do and just nodded my head in agreement. How to diffuse the situation in one step. Done. In a week where new TV series Batwoman chose a fitness superhero to promote the show, V-Shred. I you not, that is who they chose. I would like to think they did it ironically, as he is literally the bane of fitness YouTube. Fun fact, I did actually train like Topher Grace from Venom. I never got an acting job again. I trained like a professional clown. Oh, I did do that one. And so as always, I want to take this opportunity to sincerely thank everybody who watches this channel, everybody who engages with me, who interacts down below. Thank you so much for what you have given me on this incredible experience through YouTube.
And by the way,
watching people like this boxing is of absolutely no interest to me. However, watching disciplined and trained martial artists such as this, who are dedicated and real combat athletes, is absolutely of interest. This is greater than this, period. I'm James Lincoln. This is Shred Sports Science. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon.